Welcome back to Fox College Football, presented by Geico. Our halftime score here in Stillwater, Oklahoma on homecoming day for the Cowboys. They lead TCU 17-0. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis, both teams making a lot of mistakes in that first half.
So many opportunities really for Oklahoma State to have this thing really taken care of. TCU fighting as hard as they can on defense because the offense is giving them absolutely nothing so far. So if we take a look at the recap of the first half, this is how we got to where we are. Josh Stewart, 95-yard punt return to get the scoring started. 230 yards of all-purpose in the first half for Josh Stewart. 3 interceptions by the defense of TCU before Oklahoma State got into the act. Daquan Lowe with the interception, which led to a touchdown. And we've seen 4 quarterbacks, 2 for each team in the first half. Take a look at our second half strategies brought to you by Valvoline. TCU, can you get 2 first downs, string them together, and go from there? They had 3 first downs the entire first half. At Oklahoma State, you've let them hang out there for a long time. TCU's battled to stay in this spot. Can you put them away? 2 missed field goals contributing to TCU continuing to have hope.
Let's go downstairs to Christina Pink.
Thanks, Gus. Well, Trevon Boykin will start the second half for the Horned Frogs. Just spoke to Gary Patterson. He pulled him after an interception in the first half, said he just wanted to see Matthew for a series, gave Boykin a chance to shake it off, said now he needs to see him score some points and move the chains. I also talked to Mike Gundy, and he has given well, he's given his other quarterback the reins to the offense. He told me that what he needs to see from Chelf is he needs to see him just score some points here in the second half and get this offense into a rhythm, Gus.
All right, thank you very much, Christina. So TCU will have the football to start the second half. With DJ Catalon inside the 5-yard line. And Catalon gets up to the 20. Remember, we told you that TCU is a second half team. Boykin, a slow starter, but normally in the second half he starts to get things going. We saw it against Oklahoma a couple of weeks ago as we take a look at the Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC first half stats.
And probably the key stats, normally you go to turnovers. Well, they're even at 3-3. But where's the biggest difference? Is that 10 points have been scored off of the 3 turnovers by Oklahoma State. 0 points TCU. They've turned the ball back to their offense every time, and they've gotten nothing out of it.
First down and 10 to the 20. Trevon Boykin starts the second half, and he hands it off. Wayne James. Some running room around the right side. And what is it about TCU? Well, why do they play sluggishly in the first half, and all the time they come back and play much better in the second half?
Oh, Gary Patterson would love to know the answer to that, but the theory is Trevon Boykin, as the game goes on, things get better for him. He's what they call a reps guy. The more times he sees something, the better he gets. In the beginning of the game, things are too quick for him. Things are moving along, and now that he sees it as he goes along, things get a little more comfortable for him and he settles in.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And they don't help him at all with that one. I mean, you got a false start right out of the gate. You know, set you behind the chains again. Instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 15. And you see the second half, as you noted, Gus. First half, 44 points all year long. Third and fourth quarters, both more points for TCU.
Another low snap. Ball caught by Ladarius Brown. And Ladarius Brown, 6'4" wide receiver. Waxahachie, Texas. He's a sophomore, gains 5.
And let's not put all of this on the quarterback. At some point, someone on this offense of TCU has to jump up and make a big play to help their team out.
Second down and 10.
Delay game. Defense number 4 making an unnatural moves, causing the offense to false start. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's Justin Gilbert.
And those are the types of penalties that'll drive you crazy if you're Oklahoma State. You know why? TCU's having enough trouble on their own. You don't need to hand them anything and make it a little bit easier for them.
So 2nd and 5. Boykin to throw. A bit low for Cameron Eccles-Looper. He was open.
It's another shot that they had that they were unable to connect on. He had the step on Sean Lewis, the linebacker. It's a matchup you'll love. A wide receiver versus a linebacker running deep downfield, and they can't complete it.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 yards to go to 35. TCU 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversion. Boykin over the middle, and it's caught by Ladarius Brown and a 1st down. And he continues to move forward, finally falling inside Oklahoma State territory for a gain of 18.
Exactly what they needed, and what you have to really like at the end of the play was the effort by Ladarius Brown. After the catch, his refusal to go down, his refusal to go quietly. TCU stringing together a decent drive.
1st down at the 47. This one for Ladarius Brown again. And TCU offensively with rhythm as Brown loses his boot. He'll have to try to get it off quickly. And he does. 2nd and 5 at the 42. Boykin, play fake. Incomplete. Intended for David Porter.
Last week, David Porter, 4 catches, 118 yards, including a 75-yard touchdown from Trevon Boykin. And they are roommates. And everybody talked about the connection they had. My question is, I'd be saying, hey, roomie, if we had such connection, what took you so long? How many games to get the ball to me?
Huge game last week for Porter. 118 receiving yards to go along with that 70-yard touchdown. 3rd down and 5 at the 42. Boykin to the sideline. Now he's spreading it around. Picks up the 1st down from Darius Brown. Where were these guys in the 1st half? And a flag, a late flag thrown.
Some pushing at the end of the play. This could go against Oklahoma State.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 11. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic 1st down.
That's Sean Lewis, the outside linebacker.
A guy that you normally praise and applaud for his intelligence and smarts in playing the game. That was not one of his more intelligent plays. This is a team that struggles on offense, and twice now we've seen Oklahoma State have defensive penalties that are helping them out. Look at this, 1st downs, 2 on this drive alone, 3 on the day coming into it.
From the 20, Catalan, stutter step, and Catalan out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it at about the 14-yard line. Daquan Lowe pushed him out of bounds. Oklahoma State defense, from where we stand, they're huffing and puffing a bit.
Haven't had to work this many plays on a drive throughout the entire game. They've been able to get off the field fairly quickly most of the ball game. This is the most extended drive we've seen TCU have.
9th play of the drive. It started at the TCU 20, 2nd and 3. Catalan fouled up, and Catalan goes down. Well defended by the Cowboys as Tyler Johnson comes up and makes the hit.
Former middle linebacker's been moved to defensive end. He played that one like his old middle linebacker days. Shedding blocks, staying firm in the hole, and putting him down on the ground.
3rd down and 5. TCU converted to 3rd down and 5. They got 18. Another 3rd and 5. They got 7. 3rd down and 5 at the 15 now. Catalan in motion. Here's Boykin. Oh, his head got to the 11. He won't have enough. He needed to get to the 10. Justin Gilbert met him head on. And this may be 4th down territory for the Horned Frogs. Looks like it will be.
See Boykin trying to get there, and Gilbert, not a small corner, at 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Listen up. Fourth down and 1. At the Oklahoma State 11, Gary Patterson wants a timeout.
They seem confused in the huddle. Again, about play call, personnel, who knows.
So we'll take a break. Oklahoma State leading, but TCU knocking on the door. Welcome back, 17-0 our score, but TCU with the football at the 11-yard line, faced with a fourth down and 1. Boykin in trouble, makes a first man miss, gonna get around the corner, flips it, dropped. And incomplete. B.J. Catalon had both hands on the football and just couldn't hold on.
It's an example of when the offense is struggling, who's going to make a play. Trevon Boykin did everything possible to make a play, and B.J. Catalon could not finish the play. What he was hoping for, as they call it, a catch, a fumble, and then he falls on you, have a first down, but it's an incomplete pass. It all goes for naught. Tremendous effort by Boykin to try and keep the play alive. Glenn Spencer, the defense coordinator for Oklahoma State, celebrating.
So the Cowboys take over at their own 12-yard line, first down and 10. For Clint Shelf, who came in the second quarter to replace J.W. Walsh, and he handed off to Jeremy Smith, and he gets drilled. Chucky Hunter.
You know, if you're Jeremy Smith, you might not even want it after a while. I mean, he's a team player and a tough guy. But Gus, I'd be hard-pressed to find a play today that he's not challenged as soon as he catches the football.
Second and 13, a loss of 3. Shelf will throw it. Underneath and caught by Charlie Moore, who gets to the 20. Chris Hackett, Marcus Mallett combining on the tackle. Brings up 3rd and 2 at the 20. Staley and Smith in a split backfield with Clint Shelf. Here's Shelf on 3rd down and short to Moore. Incomplete and a flag. Barrett covering. Now this time it looked like Barrett turned to look at the ball.
I think Charlie Moore helped create the contact in hopes of getting the flag, and I believe he was successful. Watch.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
You see, Charlie Moore knew he couldn't get back to the football, so he ran himself, tried to run himself through Jason Barrett, creating contact, drawing the attention of the officials, and benefited from the call.
7 penalties, 70 yards against TCU this afternoon. First down and 10. Jeremy Smith in motion. Shelf underneath. Josh Stewart. And Stewart almost squirted through. Gets to the 43. Marcus Mallett with the tackle. And Mallett hurt. Looks like he may have received a stinger as he tries to get off the field. Jonathan Anderson comes on to replace him.
Mallett's been playing very well for them this season, approaching double-digit tackles in most games.
Anderson, a former starter. 2nd and short. Cowboys need 2 at the 43. Shelf, slant, nice. Completed that one between 2 defenders, Tracy Moore, but Moore unable to hold on to the football. A lot of drops in this game, Charles.
He's what we talked about when a quarterback's really firing, he was slinging it. He slung that one, and I thought it was going to be a completed pass. Moore unable to hold on. 3rd down.
Shelf again. Looking. And throws that one high for Charlie Moore. And Oklahoma State will have to punt it away. So offensively, both teams have had their challenges today. Kip Smith coming in to punt. He stands at the 27. Cameron Eccles-Looper back deep. Great hang time on this one. Eccles-Looper comes up the field and has it at the 20. A 37-yard punt. Gary Patterson has seen some improvement from his offense in the second half. Let's see if they can build right after this. 8:37 to play, third quarter. 17-0 Oklahoma State, but TCU takes over at their own 21. They moved the ball well in their first series of the second half, but came up empty after going for it on 4th down and 1. First down. Boykin hands it off. William James, and beautiful open field tackle by Shamil Gary. Let's go to Patrick O'Neill in Los Angeles for a Lowe's Never Stop Improving game break.
Hey, Gus, thanks. Well, Texas Tech would like to improve on their perfect 6-0 record on the road at Morgantown in West Virginia, but they cannot stop the Mountaineers' offense. Now, this was a Charles Sims touchdown. West Virginia just scored again. They got a big lead on Texas Tech. We'll keep you updated. Gus, back to you.
All right, thanks, Patrick. 2nd and 10 of the 21. Oklahoma State knows about Texas Tech. Here's Boykin, another low snap. And all afternoon, Joey Hunt, the center for TCU, has been snapping the ball in the shotgun low for Trevon Boykin.
Timing gets messed up. Your quarterback has to go from being a quarterback to being a shortstop. That was the lowest of the snaps today, but you made that observation from early in the game. A number of low ones. And it really throws off your timing as your quarterback tries to operate.
3rd down and 9 of the 22. There's a good snap. Boykin sprinting out of the pocket, throws on the run. Flag on the play as it's caught and advanced to the 35 by David Porter.
Don't like where that flag was thrown if you're TCU.
Holding. Offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's Avion Collins, the sophomore.
Front side, right tackle is Avion Collins, where he played most of last season before trying to move to left. So he's got a firm grip on number 92, Jimmy Bean, and was flagged for it. Remember, in the Big 12, there's 8 officials now. You have 2 of those officials in the backfield, the referee and the alternate ref, taking a look at holding and illegal blocks.
3rd and 19 of the 12. Here's a screen to Catalan. Looking for space. Catalan still moving, crosses the 25 up to around the 28. Sean Lewis drops him, but not enough for the first down, so TCU has to send it away again. Josh Stewart, who returned 195 yards in the first quarter. This one angled to the far side. Stewart gets away from the football, takes a TCU bounce. So coming up with 6:24 to play in the 3rd, Josh Stewart. Are they going to look to get him the ball? He's been spectacular this afternoon. You know, Charles, Oklahoma State has had many notable students and alumni throughout the years.
Of course, T. Boone Pickens. You just saw Jack Briscoe, a wrestling champion. Gary Busey. Who knew that? Garth Brooks, who likes to come back and support a guy. Bill Self, winning national championships at Kansas now as a coach. Look at Randy Couture. And there he is, the man himself. And we are in his stadium, Mr. T. Boone Pickens.
Under Mr. Pickens' guidance, as Shell incomplete under Mr. Pickens' guidance, the stadium underwent a $286 million renovation between 2004 and 2009. suites and other amenities. 60,218 capacity. 2nd and 10 of the 22. Hand off to Smith. And Smith shot down at the 26-yard line by Olabo.
Jeremy Smith said that's running room right there. And unfortunately, he has to limp off. Finally find some space.
Smith has been plagued by nagging injuries during his career. 3rd down and 5 at the 27. Here's Chelf. And caught for 1st down at the 35. Nicely done by Tracy Moore.
They use that like a big power forward going down on the low block in basketball and using his body to box out and catch the football.
And Rennie Childs, a freshman, stopped by Mike Tualua. Oklahoma State thin in the backfield, especially with Jeremy Smith on the sideline. Desmond Rowland and Rennie Childs, the 2 freshmen who they want a red shirt. 2nd and 9 at the 36. Childs in motion on the wheel. He's got it in space. Still running. Rennie Childs down at the 30. 34 yards. James McFarland finally brought him down. And I think that red shirt just went out of the window.
Yeah, the red shirt's gone. And what he did was run through an attempted tackle. I think it was Kevin White, who did something you don't see very often at TCU, make a non-fundamental play. Did not try and wrap up, just tried to shoulder him down, and he ran right through that.
1st down, play fake. Shell going for the end zone and incomplete. Intended for Shepard. Jason Verrett covering. In the 1st half, they went after Kevin White. Now they're going after Jason Verrett.
And it's a tough matchup. They've gotten him on a couple of penalties along the way. Actually completed one downfield to Charlie Moore. But if you get something against Jason Verrett, you've earned it. He's one of the better corners in the country.
Childs, the pistol back, runs right, gets to the edge, lowers his shoulder, down to 20. A 9-yard gain. Olabo with the stop.
And it looks like they're starting to find something running the ball is Oklahoma State. All game long, their runners were challenged so early after the handoff. Last few runs, they're actually able to get to the line of scrimmage and beyond before encountering any resistance.
3rd down and 1 at the 21. Jeremy Smith back in. And they'll give it to him. 1st down and more. They lost the ball. TCU says they have it. And they do. 4 turnovers for Oklahoma State. 3 interceptions and now a lost fumble.
Sometimes when you haven't had success throughout the game, you get a little frustrated. You try and do a little too much. Jeremy Smith trying to spin and twist and turn, and a good play on the backside. Olabo pops it out. TCU has it.
All right, welcome back under Gary Patterson. They're 32-2 and forcing 4 or more turnovers. They have 4 today. 1st down and 10 at the 15. Here's Boykin buying time, fires a missile, and caught at the 40. Look at this, down the sideline, and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Deontay Gray.
Now, this is why you always hear coaches on the offensive side say if you're going to underthrow the deep ball, much rather have that than overthrow it and not have a play on it. Why? The receiver, most of the time, has a better chance of making the adjustment and coming back to the ball. Deontay Gray does exactly that, just steps out of bounds over the line to end the play. But he saw the ball dying, was able to come back and get it and make the adjustment in front of the defensive back. A huge play and a spark for TCU.
And it's a gain of 69 yards. First down and 10 at the 16. Boykin drops it off. Caught. And a dive forward to Bryant. Stephen Bryant, the junior from New Deal, Texas.
And look at the turnover story. Again, no points. Now they got another turnover. Can they make that yellow 0 a white number? And it really needs to be 7. They need to get points off this turnover. And that pass to Bryant, the first completion to a tight end this year for TCU.
2nd and 7 at the 13. And they fumble it, but Boykin jumps on it. Second time TCU has had problems with the mesh point.
And this is Aaron Green coming into the game. And what Boykin's trying to do is ride with him a little bit before he lets him take it. Green thinks he's pulling it. That's why he doesn't close down on it. And the ball goes down. Look at Casey Ballhall shaking his head, thinking about what could be if he's able to get back into the lineup.
3rd down and 12 of the 18. Boykin in the corner. Incomplete and intended for Cam Whitey. Looks like he had a step.
And didn't it look like he gave it back? It looked like there was a hesitation on the sideline. Like he had the step, kind of gave it back, and still had it, but trying to concentrate on getting his feet down and catching the ball, unable to get it all together.
So that brings on Jaden Overcrone to attempt a 36-yard field goal. And finally, the Horned Frogs are on the board. Jaden Overcrone with a 36-yarder, and with under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Oklahoma State 17, TCU 3. Now this November, some cops are born, others are made. Get ready for the next evolution of cop drama. Almost Human premieres Monday, November 4th on Fox.
When we saw this TCU team at Oklahoma, remember what they did to help continue their momentum, Gus, after a score?
Yeah.
Remember that pooch kickoff?
That's right.
That they ended up getting. Derek Kindred recovered it. So if I'm Oklahoma State, I'm taking no chances. I'm playing like they're going to onside kick, pooch kick, or whatever, and just let my deep guy take his chances catching it.
Overcrone sends it away, and it will be taken out of the end zone by Justin Gilbert. Justin Gilbert, some hard running flags. Finally out of bounds at the 35. But there's a flag back at the 20.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 17. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
2 number 17s, either Charlie Moore or Steve Sumter.
Take a look here. 17 right here. That's Charlie Moore with a duplicate number. I love that you gave both of them just to cover ourselves. And can we say it one more time? Rules Competition Committee. One man, one number. Can we get that done anytime soon in college football, please? The coaches will fight us and tell us, nope, want to use it for recruiting.
First down and 10 at the 10-yard line now. Let's see how the 3 points will motivate the TCU defense. Check. Incomplete. And no flag. Intended for Tracy Moore.
And all year long, I thought the officials have let receivers and defensive backs kind of hand fight it out, not many flags. Today, there have been plenty. So a little bit of a surprise there wasn't a flag, because on that play, a case could be made that Chris Hackett was there before the ball got there, hitting the receiver in the back.
14 total penalties this afternoon. 2nd and 10. Childs, the freshman, back in. He's looked sharp. Chubb. Charlie Moore at the 12. And it's incomplete. Defensively, it's Kevin White. So that brings up 3rd down and long.
This is a big 3rd down here for this reason. 17-3. TCU has been on the attack in the 3rd quarter with their offense. They only gotten the 3 points, but they're starting to get it in gear a little bit. Oklahoma State cannot down throttle to the extent and think that they can just sit on this lead. They've got to keep moving on offense.
3rd down and 10. Shelf. Over the middle, incomplete. And the TCU defense will get off the field. Tracy Moore, the intended receiver. But more importantly, the Horned Frogs with an opportunity to play with a short field.
Look at Elijah Olabode, number 6, breaking on the football, going to make a play on it. It's a little high. Moore tips it over the 2 of them. Would have been interesting if he got his mitts on, if Olabode could have broken up the play.
Kid Smith, 7 yards deep, gets it away. Eccles Looper signaling for the fair catch, and he has it inside Oklahoma State territory. And Smith, I don't know if he's down or if
he was blocked into the kicker.
He's doing his best Denzel Washington impersonation.
Let's take a look as Smith gets it. There's the block right there that vaults him, and actually his own guy got it. Making the block was number 80. Jaron Colston Green, it looked like. Was that 80? Was that the right number? Did I have that correct? In any event, as the player went into him, he was blocked back into his own kicker. He's the one who caused the damage.
Smith being helped off the field. Looks like he may have twisted his left knee.
So excuse me, I got a correction on it. That was Trace Clark, defensive end number 90, who was blocking for Oklahoma State and rolled up his kicker. Let's give me his punter.
TCU with 164 yards of its 199 this quarter. They take over at the 49 of okay.
Double pass.
And look at double pass here. Boykin still running. And Boykin picks up a 1st down.
Throw the lateral, Gus, and then he exits back the other way. Get the flow going one way. Eccles Looper with the throw back, and then Boykin becomes what he really is, a running back. Stiff arms the tackler away, picks up the 1st down.
That's his 4th catch of the season. Remember, he started the year at wide receiver. 1st down and 10 to the 38. Boykin wants to run it, has some room, and goes down at the 35. Dropped on the play by Caleb Levy, the middle linebacker.
We had fun meeting him yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did. So during the off week, he went to see his 95-year-old grandmother. He said the problem was she didn't like to cook anymore. There wasn't anything to eat.
Look at Boykin looking for a target. No one there. Starts to exit. Stiff arms Tyler Johnson away before Levy gets it and puts him on the ground.
2nd and 7 to the 35. Now Boykin. And picked off. Levy. Eating well there. Grandma may have said, hey, let's starve him a bit. Get him in shape. Boykin hurt. 3rd pick of the day. And Oklahoma State coming up with another turnover. This time it's Caleb Levy. Hey, Grandma, watch me. Welcome back as we take a look at the scoring by quarters.
You can see Oklahoma State controlled things at the half at 17-zip. TCU trying to get back into this game.
Eddie Childs in the backfield. And they'll give it to him over the right side. Childs. This kid's got a burst. He's got a burst, Charles.
It looked like a play to be made in the backfield by Marcus Mallett, 54. And as you noted, Gus, the burst of Childs took him past that attempted tackle and into the secondary.
Childs again, cuts it back, lowers his shoulder, keeps his legs moving, and picks up positive yardage. 4 carries, 32 yards.
If I were the other backs at Oklahoma State, I'd be a little bit worried right now. The youngster getting the ball and producing in a big-time spot. It's up 17-3 in the fourth quarter in a must-win game for Oklahoma State.
Second down and 4 at the 45. Childs steps back this time. He'll lose yardage on the play. Great job by John Kuntz, the senior from Aledo, Texas.
So it wouldn't surprise you with that intelligent play to learn that John Kuntz has already graduated and is a semifinalist for the Academic Heisman Trophy awarded by the National Football Foundation, known as the Campbell Trophy. Terrific student, former walk-on, who's become a starter. He's playing quite well on the defensive line.
Desmond Rowland back in at running back for Oklahoma State. Shelf and incomplete. Seals lets that one go right through his arms. Looks like he had a chance to catch it.
He and Jason Verrett were really engaged downfield. A very physical route being run by Seals. And Verrett may be 5'10", 176, but he'll get physical with you. Put his body into you downfield, help force the incompletion.
Eccles-Looper back at the 10.
False start. Offense. Players never got set. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So Mike Rickenstein comes in to punt, replacing Kip Smith, who went out with the injury. They'll move it back, and this time Rickenstein from the 30. As Eccles-Looper moves up to the 14. Left-footed punter. And the ball goes out of play around the 20-yard line. So down 17-3. TCU with the ball right after this. Welcome back. 17-3 our score. TCU trailing, but with the football at their own 23. Another low snap. Boykin in trouble. Boykin throws on the run and incomplete. What is it about Joey Hunt that is prohibiting him from consistently snapping the ball in a good position to his quarterback? They work on this every day.
I know it's difficult when you have a man over your nose and it's a little bit harder, but as you noted, he's been working on it every day. The situation that he's faced, how many games now? That should not be happening as often as it is happening. Here he has no one over his nose right there, and everything continues to come in low. That's something Joey Hunt has to correct. Is throwing off the timing of his quarterback and what they're trying to do offensively.
Another low snap picked up, and Catalan with running room. And he'll pick up a first down, a 14-yard gain. Let's take a look at the 4-game summary.
Boykin has put in yeoman's work, especially just getting the snap, and has played well in the second half. Josh Stewart for Oklahoma State has been a man all game long, receiving and returning.
Catalan again. That's won the hard way as he's taken down by Sean Lewis. Second and 9. Boykin fires a missile down the field, incomplete, and a flag. Wow, and Darius Brown, the intended receiver, There are 2 flags. One's at the 35.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. Grab the inside arm of the receiver. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That's Tyler Patman.
So look to the outside here. Patman working against Brown. See, he's got the inside arm. Mike Catone, the field judge, had that call and spied it from his position and saw him wrapped up with the inside arm as he was running downfield. Patman, the transfer from Kansas, caught on that play.
So first down. Boykin showed the reverse. Doesn't fool anybody, and he goes down in midfield. And that is a sack, a loss of 3. Jimmy B.
And he needs to thank his secondary. No one tumbled for all the fakes and the feints. Fake inside, then a fake reverse. Out and up. Gilbert right in the hip of Ladarius Brown. On the other side, you have Kevin Peterson, number 1, who passes him off deep to Daquan Lowe. Nowhere to go with the ball. They get to the quarterback.
2nd and 13. Boykin sprinting out. On the move, Slanina, did he gobble it up? Yes, he did. Ty Slanina, who had 6 catches for career high against Oklahoma, with a nice grab there. He's a freshman. He gains 11, so 3rd down and short. Is this 4-down territory, Charles?
It certainly is, with as much trouble TCU has had running offense, without a doubt.
Aaron Green checks in. And it's Boykin, breaks free, first down, and he's stopped by Sean Lewis. But Trevon Boykin picks up the first down. He's banged up.
He's got to come to the sideline, so Tyler Matthews will have to trot in now as they get a fresh set of downs. And you remember his first play when he came into the game was a fumble.
Goes down hard on that right shoulder. Hopefully he can just shake it off. That's the 10th hit on Boykin this half. 1st and 10 of the 27. Matthews handing it off to Green over the right side. And he squeezes through a hole and gets to the 22. Ryan Simmons there.
Green starting to get increased playing time. The transfer from Nebraska, a high school All-American, highly touted, has been more of a 3rd down back, but in the last couple of games starting to carry the football a little bit more at 14 carries against Kansas.
Boykin back in. Tell you what, say what you want about Trevon Boykin. This kid is a very tough football player. We compare him to Antoine Randall when he played quarterback at Indiana and then went on to have a successful professional career with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Washington Redskins.
Timeout.
So Gary Patterson and the Horned Frogs call a timeout. Huge moment in this football game for TCU. A touchdown here, and they can cut it to 7 after an awful offensive first half. 2nd and 5 of the 22. Boykin throws. Boykin incomplete. Catalon had his fingertips on the football, just couldn't come down with it. And somebody for this TCU Horned Frog team needs to make a play for Trevon Boykin.
Yeah, the plays that are made can't all be layups. They can't all be just perfectly laid out for you. Sometimes you have to make a play when it's not perfect, when it's not just right there where you can just grasp it. Go make something happen. And that's what TCU's been looking for this whole game.
3rd down and 5 of the 22. They hand it off to Catalon, and he will not pick up the first down as he gets close to the 20. Joe Mitchell back up outside linebacker with the tackle, so on 4th down,
Gotta go.
TCU needs 5.
And they have to go. It's not even a question about kicking a field goal. that does you no good at this stage when you've struggled most of the game. Even though your second half has been better, you've got to have something dialed up here. If I'm Oklahoma State, I'm spying on Trevon Boykin with a linebacker.
Boykin out of the gun, empty backfield. And some movement. A flag. Ball caught on the far side. And Catalon gets laid out. But it may be offside against Oklahoma State.
I think you are correct, sir. We'll soon find out.
Offside. Defense number 40 in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Right there, Tyler Johnson trying to get the pass rush. And they hand him the first down because the throw was short of the first down mark, and a big hit by Lindell Johnson that put Catalon down short of the marker.
10th play of the drive that started at the TCU 23. First down now at the 17. This time it's Matthews in for Boykin.
I will say this, if I'm the baseball coach at TCU, I'm talking to Tyler Matthews and Trevon Boykin about coming over and handling some ground balls. Because I think today they've done a terrific job of helping out their center, Joey Hunt, with so many low snaps and snaps that are awry to continue to possess the ball and not let them go through their legs or create worse plays.
2nd and 11. Boykin back in. Over the middle. And he has a receiver. It's Slanina, who's taken down by Joe Mitchell. Ty Slanina gains 5 on the play.
And the play calling from Jared Anderson and Rusty Burns up top for TCU. 2 plays to pick up the first down, to pick up the necessary yardage is what they have to be thinking.
3rd down and 7. Horned Frogs need to go to the 7-yard line for a first down. And a handoff, James! Touchdown TCU! 14 yards. And the Horned Frogs with a chance to make this a 17-10 ball game.
Look, there's no one back here. This is everyone stacked on the line of scrimmage. So if you break contain or you break free, and right here, stop it. Calvin Barnett, that play should be finished now. It's not. James breaks through. There's no one deep. Only the 4th rushing touchdown allowed this season by Oklahoma State.
12 men on defense. Half the distance to the goal. Try.
And is it me, Charles, or has Mike Gundy been unusually stoic on the Oklahoma State sideline this afternoon?
I saw him earlier in the game. He was pretty exercised about some calls. But during this time frame, I'm with you, Gus. He seems to be trying to be very contained with his football team.
12 plays, 77 yards. It took them 5 minutes and 48 seconds to score, but TCU back in it. Oklahoma State's got trouble. A lot of great players for both these teams over the years. Slinging Sammy Thraw, Davey O'Brien, Andy Dalton, who's playing great with the Cincinnati Bengals for Oklahoma State, Thurman, Barry, Dez. As you take a look at the scoring drive, 12 plays covering 77 yards. It took them almost 6 minutes to score. 5 first downs on the drive for TCU, but can they get the football back? Their defense has been superior here in the second half. From the 5-yard line, Shepard with the lane. Shepard still on his feet at the 40 and finally goes down inside TCU territory. Great return of 50 yards. Now let's go to Patrick O'Neal in Los Angeles for a Lowe's Never Stop Improving game break.
Gus, thanks. Let's give you a quick update. Florida and Missouri. Gators need a touchdown to stay in this game, and they get it from Kelvin Taylor, 20 yards. Look, starts to stumble at the 12, but dives in for 6. It's now 26-17. Missouri just scored. They're in the fourth quarter. Gus and Charles.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick. Oklahoma State takes over at the TCU 47. Rennie Childs, the pistol back, behind Clint Chelf.
Biggest sequence of the game right here, Gus.
Here's Childs. And that right side of the offensive line opening up some holes for Rennie Childs. Jonathan Anderson, Jason Verrett combining on the tackle, and it's a 4-yard gain.
They've made some adjustments with this offensive line as this game has gone on. Parker Graham going to right guard has helped. Look at the plays and the totals. Huge imbalance that Oklahoma State's hoping to correct starting with this drive.
2nd and 6. Childs with the football. No. Chelf on the keeper, and he picks up a first down as he gets to the 32.
Good job on the read. Watching the mesh point right there. Okay? See what he's seeing? He's seeing the space out here and a block coming that way also. Nice job on the read by Chelf, picking up the block by Tracy Moore, number 87, coming from outside in, that allowed him to get to the corner.
9-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 34 of TCU. For Oklahoma State, Desmond Rowland back in, along with Staley in the backfield. Here's a reverse. They want to throw it. Moore. Oh, what a catch! He went up and just took it away. Josh Stewart. Charlie Moore threw it up for grabs. A 27-yard gain. 1st and goal at the 7 for the Cowboys. The handoff, Childs, still running, touchdown, the freshman. What a counter punch by Oklahoma State. They march it right down the field after a great return and make it a 23-10 game.
And Josh Stewart has to get huge credit because that ball should have been intercepted. One, it never should have been thrown by Charlie Moore. He tried to all of a sudden become a quarterback and feather one in. That was an interception waiting to happen that Josh Stewart turned into a completion and kept the drive alive.
Extra point up and good, but Charlie Moore will tell you, Charles, I had it all the way. Rennie Childs, the freshman from Houston, with his first career touchdown. Set up by Josh Stewart in the beautiful 27-yard reception where he plucked it out of the air in front of the defender. And this ball kicked out of the end zone.
Free kick out of bounds. By rule, the ball be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st down.
Mike Gundy can't even look. Well, tonight, folks, it's Game 6 of the American League Championship Series from Fenway Park as the Boston Red Sox look to advance to the World Series while the Tigers battle to force a Game 7. Coverage of ALCS Game 6 begins tonight at 7:30 Eastern, only on Fox. Scherzer versus Buchholz.
Well, it's exactly who you need to go for your Tigers tonight, right?
I know we got Scherzer and hopefully Verlander if we can get to a Game 7.
You gotta like your odds the way Scherzer's pitched all year long, but Boston in Fenway, it's gonna be a fun one. And the Cardinals have already advanced, winning the National League Championship Series. They're into the World Series yet again. Mike Matheny doing a terrific job as their manager following Tony La Russa.
1st down and 10 at the 35. Boykin near side. Brown with the catch. Tries to spin out of trouble, but Tyler Patman hauls him down. Let's go downstairs to Christina Pink.
Well, Boykin is playing without one of his go-to guys, Brandon Carter, in the first half. Left the game with an injury to his left forearm. The trainers were attending to him on the sideline. He was in some pain. They were also looking at his left elbow area. At halftime, they took him back to the locker room, came out with it all wrapped up on the sideline watching him. Now he is not moving that left forearm, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Christina. 2nd and 2 at the 43. Catalan spinning and goes down at midfield.
Brandon Carter has not had the year that they've expected from him. Been very inconsistent in his route running, catching, fumbling punts, things of that nature. But still, a monster playmaker waiting to happen, and now they don't have him in this tough situation.
First down, TCU. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Boykin runs it. And Boykin down at the Cowboys 45. Castleman with the tackle.
Can he be in an ice bath all the way back to Fort Worth? Look at this, Gus. You made the note earlier in this game about the toughness of Trevon Boykin, and you're seeing it in pictures right there.
Catalan hopping.
The clock continues to tick. 2 scores down. TCU 4:20 and dropping. Oklahoma State says it's okay with them. Take as many seconds as you want each play. Look at the pressure on Boykin today.
3rd down and 4 at the 45. And a running. Loose ball. Cowboys may have it. But they're going to call him down.
There's the hit from Lindell Johnson, and that's where they're calling the play dead. Ball coming free, but they had already whistled the play as forward momentum stopped. Play over. Big time tackle there by Lindell Johnson, number 27.
So here we go for TCU. 4th down and 3. At the Oklahoma State 44. Aaron Green checks in at running back. Boykin. Flag on the play. Ball caught by Darius Brown.
Delay of game.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And I believe they had just picked up the 1st down on the pass. If the play is able to go through, they take too long getting the play going.
So instead of 4th and 3, it'll be 4th and 8.
Oklahoma State had gone all-out pressure on him and had it open. I don't think they do that here. 8 yards to go. Keep someone in the middle to look up Boykin and try and cover everywhere else.
Boykin handles another low snap to the sideline. Oh, what a beautiful throw and catch. 1st down. As Eccles Looper no, they say he didn't have it long enough. Incomplete.
I think this is going.
It's an incomplete pass. Ball goes over on downs. 1st down.
Is this going to be the process of the catch all the way to the ground? And if that's the case, the official got it right. You've got to possess the ball all the way to the completion of the play on the ground. Watch the ball coming free there by Gary. See, he's working it free before they get to the ground. Thus, the incomplete pass call, which I think will be upheld under review.
Gary Patterson on the field as TCU.
The ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
So somewhere Calvin Johnson Megatron?
Yes.
Is watching and just shaking his head because that's what that rule has become known.
And our Mike Pereira, our rules analyst in Los Angeles, joins us. And Michael, your thoughts on this play?
Well, I don't see, Gus, how they could actually overturn this, because one thing you can't do is go into replay and establish a ruling of forward progress. Since forward progress wasn't reviewed on the field, then you can't do that. So to me, then you get to that process where you've got to maintain control of the ball. And here again, in the college rule, do you have evidence beyond a shadow of a doubt that this call was incorrect? I don't think you do. So I think you stay with the call.
Mike, he made a play on the ball and was raking at it the whole way, and it comes out before they hit the ground. Thus, that's why I believe he called incomplete pass. I've agreed with you. I don't think that they can overturn this. I think the call that they've made on the field has to stand. See, the ball is already working its way free.
Right, it works its way free before he gets to the ground, period.
Yep.
So, again, if you call this a catch on the field, I think you could only call it as a forward progress, as a ruling of forward progress. Had they ruled this forward progress and then the ball coming out and no fumble, couldn't have reversed that.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Incomplete pass. First down.
And that, I think, by the way, again, is the right thing. And again, it's part of this philosophy, which you just talked about. You know, you guys talked about a little bit after this happened. You know, he's going to the ground as part of that process. And if the ball comes loose at any part of that process, they want that as incomplete.
Mike, thanks a lot. And the ball goes back to Oklahoma State, Gus. Another opportunity lost for TCU, something we've witnessed often this afternoon.
So the Cowboys will take over and take a knee. Timeout on the field. Back after this. TCU uses its final timeout. So Oklahoma State, and coming into this game, we're coming into the season for Oklahoma State. There were so many high expectations. They felt that, you know, not only could they win the Big 12, they could also compete for a national championship, similar to the team that almost got there in 2011. But the loss to West Virginia early derailed this program as they handed off to Childs, who runs around the left side. Derailed the program. Then some of the allegations also cast a dark cloud over the Cowboys program.
It's made it difficult to have fun. You know, expectations, and then they're not winning the way they're used to winning. As you mentioned, the dark cloud by the by the allegations. But here's the best part. Look at the schedule. A win today. They still only have one loss in the conference. At Iowa State, at Texas Tech, which is struggling today against West Virginia. It's still out there ahead of them. The expectation in the Big 12 is maybe no one gets through unscathed. One loss puts you in a position to compete for the conference championship. I believe Tech's now gone back ahead, but Oklahoma State plays them head-to-head later on this year. So that goal is still out there.
Childs running the football. And for TCU, came into this game with a 3-3 record. The Horned Frogs take on Oklahoma State today. Next week they're at home. Next couple of games they're at home against Texas and West Virginia.
Gus, I think this team now is trying to find a way to get to 6 wins. Can they get to 6 and get to a bowl game? Well, the schedule's out there. They've got an opportunity. They've got to find a way to get an offense going in the first half of games, not just the second half, because the defense, I'm not sure what more they can do defensively. They get how many turnovers did they create today? 5? 4, 5, whatever that, 4 turnovers. That's supposed to help your offense. They don't turn those into points for them. That's got to change for them, or TCU's got to start scoring on defense.
So in the meantime, during the timeout, let's look at our Big 12 storylines and what's taking place. Baylor Bears undefeated, leading the nation in scoring.
Yeah, they get Iowa State tonight.
Texas Tech struggling. in Morgantown. But they're driving right now. And how about the Texas Longhorns after a tough start? They're undefeated in conference play.
Mac Brown said after the tough start, the one way we can salvage this season is to win the Big 12. And I think a lot of people laugh behind their hands. But that win after Oklahoma may have stopped the laughing. And then Oklahoma State is still out there for them. Look at that, Gus. They still play Texas Tech, Texas, Baylor. They've got an opportunity to take care of business.
Cowboys send it away, and Eccles Lugo almost muffed it. And next week, Fox College Football presented by Geico returns to Oklahoma as the Texas Tech Red Raiders ride into Norman, looking to avenge their defeat to the Sooners last year. Coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern with the Ford Fox College Saturday pregame show.
Just a couple short seasons ago, wasn't it Texas Tech that went into Norman and beat #1 Oklahoma? So we know the Red Raiders, who can pitch it around with the best of them, they won't have much fear going to Norman.
A minute and 2 remaining. All day long. Boykin out of bounds. Joey Hunt is going to have to really go back to the drawing board, the starting center for TCU. He has been, to be quite frank, very questionable this afternoon with his snapping. Boykin. But there may be some hope on the horizon for Gary Patterson. Casey Paha, who broke 3 bones in his left forearm, second game of the year. 2 of the bones have healed, and it looks like he could be returning soon. So that gives you 2 weapons, because if Paha comes back, then you can move Boykin back to either running back or wide receiver.
And probably both. Because good offenses, you know what they do? They run what they call people plays. You run plays for personnel, for those people, put them in the right spots and let them make plays.
David James with the catch, 30 seconds and counting. Justin Gilbert stops him. Boykin over the middle. And dropped by Wyman James.
And that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it, right there? Well thrown football, chance to make a play. Just doesn't happen.
What's your opinion on Grambling and what those young men chose to do, not playing their games today against Alcorn State?
From the outside looking in, I don't understand how you can't get on the bus and go play football and fulfill what you're supposed to do. There may be other information that comes out of that story, but they had a meeting, said they didn't like the coach. Coach got removed, got a different coach, and they're still not playing? That doesn't make any sense to me.
But the final score here in Stillwater on homecoming day. Mike Gundy, he'll take the win. His 7th straight home win. 21st straight against an unranked opponent. Oklahoma State with a 24-10 win over TCU. Rob Stone and the guys after the break.